So hello guys, today we are going to be doing a little review slash tutorial on the new Jacklyn Hill with Morphe Divine Neutrals palette. So this just came out. I think it came out just in time for like the fall. This is a little bit bigger than her normal palettes with Morphe, so it does have a mirror, and then this is the palette itself. It's very wearable, guys. It's not like your rainbow palette. It's just a very neutral basic palette, but I mean basic in the most like positive way, because these are my type of colors. So I do have my face on already. We are just gonna go ahead and jump into the eyes. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump right into the video, guys. So like I was saying, this is the palette, guys. And then she does retail for $18 at the Ulta website, which honestly I think is a really great price point for this palette. So this is the size of her normal ones that she came out with at first with Morphe, and this is how much bigger the new palette is. They are pretty thin. This is a 12 size pan. So these are the swatches. I am not the best swatcher, guys. I am so sorry. But here are all these swatches. Now, I do want to say I really don't trust swatches. I really feel like an eyeshadow will perform its best on the lid. So please, if they're a little patchy or any of that, just, you know, keep a little reminder that on the hand, it's not going to perform as well as when your eyelid is primed with a brush and you're really like blending in the shadows. Now, so I'm going to start off with the lightest just so you guys can know. But we have Cheek Happens, which is like really white. We have Just Barely. We have Good Vibes, Boo Bear, Booked, Cinnamon Roll. Those are like all the mattes. And then once we hit the shimmers, we have Aoi Luxe. We have Birthday Suit. We have Drippin'. We have Risk Business, Striptease, and Exposed. And those are the shadows. Now, like I said, my makeup is on. I really do love that it has a mirror on here. So we are going to go ahead and prep the lid, and then we are going to jump into the palette. To prep, I am going to take my Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer, and we are just going to squeeze her out a little bit. I am going to take the tiniest bit because this thing is really pigmented. And I'm just going to blend this out into the lid. First shade I am going to take in this palette is called Booked, which is this color right here. And I'm going to go ahead and apply that with my Morphe M506 brush. You guys know I like to start off with the darker shades. So I'm actually going to pop this on my crease. And it's pretty pigmented. Usually all the palettes from Jacklyn Hill are really good, so that's pretty much what I am expecting with this palette. But not only that, Morphe does have really great palettes as well. So that is looking pretty nice so far. I am next going to take the shade right here called Good Vibes. Now, I am holding the palette backwards, guys, because I don't want to blind you with the mirror. But this one is called Good Vibes, and we use this color to blend out the color Booked. And just as I expected, they are blending really nice into each other. You don't have to do a lot of work to get these colors to blend. So I know for a lot of people, this palette may not be the most exciting thing on earth, because I mean it's just like another warm neutral palette. But honestly, guys, if you're starting off with makeup, this would be a really great basic like palette. And again, I keep using the word basic, but I do mean basic in the most positive way, because basic is not always bad. So I'm going to take the shade Booked, and I'm going to kind of pop it on the lid just so we don't lose that color. Next, I'm going to jump into Boo Bear, which is this one right here. It's a slightly bit darker, and I'm going to take it on another M506 brush. This one is a lot newer, so you guys can see how thin it is compared to the one I already used. I'm just going to hold them up. But once you start using this brush, it like fluffs out a little more. So I'm going to take this one, which is again Boo Bear, and I'm going to pop her on the outer, just to darken her up a little bit. Now, once we have that, I am gonna go into the shade called Just Barely, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna take her and just blend her right here on the brow bone. Just like that. And then I'm gonna go back into the darker palette, and I'm gonna take Cinnamon Roll, which is the darkest one, and that one is actually, I'm gonna darken it up just a bit more. Oh yeah, it's pretty dark. So that's just gonna stay right out here. I'm not gonna bring it in at all. Okay, now I'm not gonna come at crease for this look, but I am gonna take the shade called Birthday Suit, which is this super pretty gold, and I'm gonna apply that all over the lid. Now, I'm not going to wet the brush just to see how it applies on its own. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe M124 brush. And I just want to see how this applies on its own without wetting it. That is pretty and pigmented. So now I am going to go ahead and just spray it a little bit. And then we're going to use her on the lid just to see. So yeah, she's a little more pigmented like that. I personally just love to wet my brush, whether they are that pigmented or not. So and then for the inner part, I am going to take the shade called Aoi Lux or A Lux. I'm not even exactly sure, but that one's going to go right in the inner part with that same brush, just on the other side. Just a little bit to open up the lid. And I am actually also going to pop it in the inner corner. I'm gonna go back into the shade Booked, and I'm gonna take that on a JS10 brush, and I'm just gonna apply this on my waterline. And then to really blend it out, I'm gonna go back into Good Vibes and then just really blend this down here. So now I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye, apply lashes, and I will be back with the final look and to tell you guys exactly what I think about this palette. So we are back, guys. This is the final look on the palette. So I just want to, talk about a few things. First of all, I love the packaging. You guys know I am a big sucker when it comes to packaging on palettes. I think it's very pretty, very sleek, very, cute, simple. It would look cute in your vanity. So again, this palette does have 12 mattes and then 12 shimmers. Now, for the $18 price point, I think this palette is super affordable. definitely worth it in my opinion. I usually enjoy all of Morphe's palettes, especially when they collab with Jacklynhill. I think she kills it every time with their palettes. I actually do own the first two big ones that she came out with, and she also has these. I own all four of those, so obviously I had to get this palette for my collection. Now I know the color story on this palette is not like unique or anything new, but if you love makeup like me, that you collected, you know, you had to get it. For me, like, I knew when I saw it I had to get it. Not only that, guys, I personally love warm tones. If you are new in makeup and you want something with good quality and affordable, I think this palette would definitely suit you. Again, it has all your basic colors, very pretty, and again, the formula is great. They blend it out amazing with each other. So I give this palette a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. So yeah, like I said, this is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.